Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of WooCommerce Marketplace point of sale system. Now this particular plugin provides the marketplace sellers to have the functionality wherein they can easily manage their online stores along with their physical stores as well. The physical stores will have POS front-end management system for which the sellers can assign a store agent who can easily manage the sales and customers at that particular physical store there. WooCommerce marketplace POS system plays an important role in increasing the day-to-day sales by having a management system to manage the online stores along with the physical stores. The POS front end is built on React to allow an effective UI. Centralized inventory has been used, so if you're adding a product to your online store, then that can also be added to your physical store and the inventory for both will be the same there. So in today's video tutorial for the WooCommerce marketplace point of sale system, what we'll be doing is we'll be checking the vendor and the POS terminal workflow. At the vendor end, we'll be seeing how the vendors would be able to create the POS outlet and how they can manage the same, how they can add and manage the managers, how they can view the POS orders, how they can set up the POS payment options or the other payment options can be set up, and the POS configurations as well. But before I proceed further with this particular video tutorial today, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. So right now you can see that I've already logged into the POS terminal here at the storefront, and this POS terminal is of the vendor himself. And here all of the products that are listed for all of the products that have been listed for the seller there are visible here to the seller within the POS terminal as well. The products that have been enabled for the POS terminal as well. So first of all, let's hop on to the seller end and let's log into the seller account panel. And let's see the different options that are the POS outlets, managers, orders, payments, and the configuration section. And then we'll come down to the POS terminal workflow there at the POS terminal end itself. So here what I'll be doing is I'll be logging into the backend or the account panel of the vendor from the WooCommerce marketplace front end itself. And here I've entered the username password and I'll tap here on the login button to log into the seller account panel. So after I've successfully logged into the seller account panel, here you can see that we have the marketplace account panel options, and within these you'll find some options for the POS there. So the very first option that we have here is the POS outlet, POS managers, POS orders, POS payments, and the POS configurations. Before we go to the POS outlets, let me take you to the POS payment section. Under the POS payments, here you'll be able to create the payments for the payments that are visible under the other payment section at the POS terminal end. So if I go to the POS terminal end, for example, I'm adding a particular product into the cart there. I'll tap here on the pay option. So here you can see that we have the cash payment and other payments. So under other payments, you can see that we have the GPay, card payment, and PayPal. The PayPal and the GPay have been created under this particular section, that's the GPay and PayPal, under the section that's the POS payments. So that's how you can create the payments for your POS terminal, and those payments would then be visible under the other payments section, and you can select that payment method and you can then proceed further to confirm and generate the invoice for that particular order itself. So here you can see that I've added the GPay and the PayPal. You can add a new payment method as well. So if I want to add a new payment method, I can tap here on the add new button that we have, and that would bring up this particular section, that's the POS and payment section. Here we have to give the name of the payment method, so I'll set it as Paytm, for example. I'll set the slug for the same. I'll set it as enabled, and I can set the payment method as payment method is Paytm, and then I can tap here on the save payment button, and the particular payment would be saved and would be visible under the POS payments. So why I took you to this particular section first is because the POS payments have to be assigned to the POS outlets as well while we are creating the POS outlet. So that's why I showed you this particular section. So here you can see that Paytm has been saved successfully. Now if I refresh this POS terminal here, we'll be able to see this Paytm once again. If I go to the other payments, here you can see okay, it's not showing right now. Let me go back, let me refresh this page. Okay, this is not showing because I am not assigned this Paytm to the particular outlet there. So let's hop on to the POS outlets now. After POS payments, let's go to the POS outlet. Now if I tap here on the POS outlet, here I'll be able to see the complete list of outlets that we have created and the IDs, the outlet name, the address, the payment methods that we have assigned. So here you can see that the payment methods have been assigned as PayPal and GPay. The same are visible here, PayPal and GPay. For this particular what we say as the POS terminal, that's the Washington POS terminal that we have created. So if I edit it up, for example, and I go ahead and I select Paytm, GPay and PayPal once again, and I save the outlet, I refresh the front end at the POS terminal agent end, and I go to other payments. Now we'll be able to see the Paytm as well visible here for selection by the POS terminal agent, so as to take the payments using this payment method, and can, after taking the payment and after the realization of the payment using this payment method, you can confirm the payment and you can generate the invoice thereafter. Right, now let's go back. So this was the POS payments, and under the POS outlets we have the different outlets that we have created. You can edit them up, you can delete them up, and you can manage the outlets as well. Under manage outlets, basically you'll be able to assign the products to the particular outlet, and you can generate the barcodes for the products as well by tapping on the barcode icon. So let's go ahead and let's basically create one POS outlet. So to create a new outlet, what I'll do is I'll just tap here on the add new button. This will bring up this particular section. Here I can set the name of the outlet as California outlet. I'll set it as enabled. I'll set the address of the outlet. I'll choose the payment methods that would be available that I've already created for the offline method, or what we say as for the other payment methods that we have created. I'll select them up and I'll tap here on the save outlet button. You can see that the outlet has been created successfully. Now if I go to the POS outlets, the particular outlet, California outlet, is also visible. The address, the payment methods, the status is active. Now how can I assign the products to this particular outlet? So for that, what I'll do is I'll go to this manage outlet section, and here I'll select the products. You can see that all the products are inactive for this outlet. So I can select the products from the bulk action. I can activate them, or I can do it individually as well by tapping here on the inactive button to make them active. So let's make these two products as active for the California POS physical outlet there. And if you want to generate the barcodes for the products, what you can do is you can tap here on the barcode icon. That will bring up this particular section, as you can see here, and from here you can tap on the print barcode and you can set the barcode quantity. You can also choose the barcode type, whether it should be generated using the ID or the SKU there, and you can choose the print window type as whether you want to generate the barcode in a portrait form or in a landscape form, and then you can tap here on the print button to print those barcodes there, like this, as you can see. Right, now let me close this out. Let's close it out. Let's close this out. So that's how you can assign the products to the what we say as the physical store that you have created. That's the California physical store that you have created for the POS terminal there, and you can generate the barcodes for the products as well, because the what we say as the centralized inventory has been used. So if you're adding a product to your online store, then that can also be added to your physical store, and the inventory for both will be the same there. Right, so this was about how we can add a POS outlet and how we can assign the payment methods and how we can assign the products and generate the barcodes for the products there. Now after the POS outlets, we have the POS managers. If I go to the POS managers, here we can see the complete list of POS managers that we have created for the different outlets. You can assign multiple POS managers to a single outlet as well as per your own requirement there. And to add a new POS manager, you can tap here on the add new button, or you can search the POS agents by the ID or the name of the agents as well using this particular section here. So let's tap here on the add new button to add a new POS manager. So to add a POS manager, I'll enter the name, I'll set the username. After setting the username, I'll set the user status as enable. I'll choose the outlet as California outlet. So if you remember, we had assigned 2 products to the California outlet there. So if I go to the front end here or the POS terminal and I log out of the Washington POS terminal, and here let's create John as the new username for the POS manager for the California outlet. Let's set his first and last name, John Doe, for example, his telephone number, his email address, and let's set the password for the same. If you want to upload a profile picture, you can do that as well, and let's tap here on the save user button. Now after tapping that up, you can see that the POS manager has been created successfully. Now if I go to the POS managers here on the left hand side panel, POS managers, you can find that we have created John for California outlet. It's active, right? Now if I go ahead and I sign into John's account there for the California physical outlet that we have created, I can tap here on the cancel later. So here you can see that 2 products that we had added while we created the California POS outlet are visible here to John there itself, right? Now let's log out of John and let's log into Peter Doe for the Washington POS terminal or the physical outlet there. Let's set it as 1,000 as the opening amount or the cash draw amount, and let's go back. So this is how we can manage and how we can create the POS agents or the POS managers for the different outlets. If you want to edit anyone, you can tap on the edit. If you want to delete any manager, you can tap here on the delete button that is available under the actions column for each of the respective POS managers. Then we have POS orders. Here you'll find the complete list of POS orders that have been placed through the various POS terminals. So right now you can see that we have the Washington outlet visible here. So if I go ahead with this $9 product and I go ahead and I choose the cash payment for this one and I tap here on the confirm payment and generate invoice, as soon as the order gets placed here, the particular order would be visible to the vendor under the account panel here. So the order has been placed. If I want, I can generate the invoice as well. So here's the tax invoice or the bill of supply there for the Washington outlet with the product $9, and the details are here. Let's cancel this out. Now if I go to this particular section, if I refresh this particular section, you can see for $99 Peter Doe cashier Washington outlet, the status is complete and the date is visible as well. So if I want to view this particular order, I can tap here on this particular link under the order ID. I can open it up in another window there, and the particular order would be displayed as you can see with the complete details: marketplace POS order details, POS outlet, POS cashier, customer, and the order details as well, right? Let me cancel that out. So this was POS orders. Now I've already shown you the POS payments. Here we can generate the POS payments for the other payment methods that are visible within this particular section. When we are tapping on the other payments, here we can see the PayPal, GPay, Paytm, card payment, etc. So whatever you have created here would be visible here on the POS terminal as well. And now after the POS payment, we have POS configurations. Now under the POS configuration, here you can select the default printer type for all of your POS terminals or the different outlets that you created. So for the different outlets that you have created, for those, while you're selecting this particular printer here, this would be the default printer for all of your outlets there. Then we have the POS product image view. Here you can choose between circle, square or round. Right now you can see, if I go to the home page, the image is circular, right? Now if I go with square and save this configuration and I refresh this page at the front end, you can see the image is square. And if we choose it as rounded and I refresh it up, then it's in the rounded one. Otherwise, if I choose it as circle, then the product image would be in the circular format. Let the page refresh itself. It's in the circular format, as you can see, in the circular format. So this was the sellers, and after the sellers are logged into their account panel, they will get the POS outlets, POS managers, POS orders, POS payments, and the POS configuration section. From the POS outlets, they can create their particular POS outlets. From the POS managers, they can edit and manage the POS managers for their different outlets or the different physical outlets. Under POS orders, they can view the complete list of orders that have been placed from the different outlets that have been created. Under POS payments, you can create the different payment methods that you want to create for your POS terminals. Under POS configurations, you can set up the printer type and you can choose the POS product image view that you want to have as per your own requirement there. So this was the workflow at the seller's end. Now let's hop on to the POS terminal end and let's log out of the POS terminal. So to log into the POS terminal, what the agent needs to do is he needs to use his username and the password that has been provided by the seller there, and using those credentials he'll be able to log into the particular POS terminal for the respective outlet that to which the particular POS manager has been assigned to. So we had created two POS managers, one for Washington. So the Peter Doe was able to log into the Washington POS terminal or the Washington physical store POS terminal using the particular credentials, and John Doe was able to log into the California POS terminal or the physical outlet using his own credentials there. So to log in, they'll have the same login section, just the username and the password would be different. So let's log into the POS terminal by tapping here on the login button. So as soon as we have logged in, the very first thing that you need to set up is you need to set the what we say as the opening amount for the cash draw there. So we'll set it as 1,000 for example. After setting this up, the very first thing I want to show you is how you can search the products. You can search the products using the name as well. So if I search here for Woo, then the products with Woo thing would be available, or if I album, let me set it as album, then the products would be searched, right? Now if I go with all of the products within the store would be displayed there. If I go with the clothing category would be showed. If I tap here on this particular section that you can see, then this would break up the section where we can select a category from the list provided. So under clothing we have hoodies and t-shirt. If I go with t-shirts, we'll be able to see t-shirts there. Similarly, if I go with the music, I can go with the singles, and the singles products would be listed. If I tap on the all, then all of the products within all of the categories would be displayed here within this particular section that you can see. On the left hand side, we have home, customers, cashier, orders, settings, reset, and a logout option for the POS terminal agent. Apart from that, you can maximize the POS window by tapping here on the maximize button that we have. If I tap on that, you can see that it has been maximized. Let me minimize it out. Then we have the functionality here wherein you can use the keyboard shortcuts. So to check the keyboard shortcuts, you can tap here on the keyboard shortcut, and the different header section, menu section, cart section, customer section, order section, pay section hotkeys can be viewed here, using which you can access the particular sections very quickly using the keyboard shortcuts. Then to the right of that we have the hold cart. Then we have the icon that shows that we are connected to the internet or not. Then we have the refresh option. And we have this on the top right hand corner we have this option to go with the dark mode or the light mode as well, right? To add the products, what you need to do is you just need to tap on the particular product and the product would be added into the cart there. Otherwise, if you want to add the product into the cart using the barcode, then what you need to do is you need to tap here on the barcode on the top right hand corner here, and this would generate. Then you need to use the physical barcode scanning machine to scan the barcode and the product would automatically get added into the cart there, right? Apart from that, if you want to delete the units or the products in the cart, you can tap here on the delete button on the top right hand corner here. So if I tap on the delete, the product would be deleted. You can also add a custom product into the cart by tapping here on the add button that you have, and you have to set the name, for example test product price, add, and the product would be added into the cart there. And let's show you how we can make a checkout. If you want to make a checkout, you just need to add the product into the cart there. If you want to apply a coupon, you can apply a coupon by tapping on the apply coupon, enter the coupon code and tap on the apply coupon. And let's select the customer here. Let me select a customer. So let me show you how I have selected the customer. Here you can see the customer or the default customer that is selected. Let me go with Lisa, for example. Change customer. Okay. For this customer, you can see that I've applied a coupon code Lisa10. After adding the product into the cart, let's tap here on the pay button. On the checkout here, I can go with the cash payment and I can enter the amount that needs to be paid, or we can go with other payments as well. So I'll just go with for example cash payment here. But before that, let me go back and let me add another product here. Because we have applied a coupon, let me remove the coupon here because the price was showing it as $0 there. Let me go ahead and we need to make the payment. I'll select the amount here. I'll choose the cash payment. I'll choose confirm payment and generate invoice. And the particular product would be placed there. The order for the product would be placed. So it would just take a few seconds there. If I want, I can print the invoice or I can skip that for the time being as well. Let's check the invoice here, the invoice details. Let's cancel this out. So this was how you can place the order using the cash on delivery. If you want to use the other payment methods, just add the product into the cart. If you want to change the customer, just tap here on the customer option that we have, or and you can select the customer here. You can search the customer by name, email as well, and you can select that up. Otherwise, if you want to add a new customer, you can also tap here on the add customer button, enter the details of the customer and save the customer, and after that you'll be able to add that particular customer or select that customer for the particular order there. So I've added the product into the cart. Let me change the customer to Kate Doe. Change customer. Okay. Let's tap here on the pay. Let me go with other payment methods. Let me choose the payment methods that we had created here. For example, Google Pay. I'll select the amount. After recognizing or realization of the payment that the payment has been received, I can tap here on the confirm payment and generate invoice, and the particular order would be placed with the respective thing there. So this was how we can place the orders. Now if I want to place an order on hold, for example, I've added a product into the cart and the customer wants to add a few more products, but there are other people that are in the line. So for the time being, what I can do is I can put this particular order on hold by tapping here on the hold button. Or if I tap on the hold button, basically all of the hold orders would be displayed. To hold the cart, what I can do is I can tap here on the hold cart button that you can see on the bottom side, hold cart. I have to add a note. Customer needs to add few more products, add order note here, and you can see that we are redirected to the hold sale section, wherein we can see the particular cart being holded. Now if I go to the home page, we can see that the cart has been emptied, and here you can see the indication as 1. Now if I want to access this cart once again, in the meantime we can proceed further with placing the order for the other customers. Now when that particular customer comes back, I can go to the cart, I can tap here on the add cart, or if I want to delete that, I can delete that up, or I can tap here on the add cart, and the particular cart would be added into the cart here, and then we can proceed further to place the order there. Then we have customers on the left hand panel here. Here we can search the customers by name, email as per the requirement there. We can change the customer, we can edit the customer as well, or we can add a new customer as well by tapping here on the add customer button. Then we have the cashier section. Here we can see the draw account summary, the opening amount, expected amount in draw, the difference, the payment modes that were used. You can see the cash was used and the GPay was used, the grand total. If you want to close the draw, you can tap here on the close draw button as well to close the draw. Today's cash sale, you can check today's cash sale, opening draw amount, today's cash sale, today's other payment sale, and you can see the complete sale history as well as per the requirement there. Then we have the orders. Here you'll find the complete list of orders that have been placed within the POS terminal or within the physical outlet there. And from here you can search the orders by order ID as well, or by customer. And from here you can basically select any of the orders and you can print the invoice for them, and you can send the order mail to the customer as well by tapping here on the send order mail button. Then here you can see the wholesale that we had, I've already shown you. And thereafter we have settings. Under the settings we have the account settings, where we have the first name, last name, email address, previous password, new password, confirm password, so you can change your password as well for your account. We have other settings where you can select the printer. If the default printer has already been set, that would be displayed. Otherwise you can choose another printer for your requirement there as per your own requirement. And you have the keyboard shortcuts as we have already told you. Then on the reset button would reload the complete list of products there and the currencies as well, and everything would be refreshed and would be synchronized with the online store there. And then lastly we have the logout option here to log out of the POS terminal. So the agent can easily log out of the POS terminal using this particular button here. So yes, that was much about the WooCommerce Marketplace POS system, where we showed you the vendor workflow or the seller workflow and the POS terminal workflow as well. If you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And if you still have any questions, queries, suggestions or requirements regarding this plugin functionality, then you can anytime get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you can raise a ticket at webkul.ubdesk.com as well. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video and have a great day ahead.